So please give a nice round of applause for Koit and Laura. The powerful duo representing Estonia at the Eurovision Song Contest 2017. Hello Koit. Welcome, please take a seat next to me. Yes, don't go too far. Oh, nice dress. Thank you. Well, you can see you got prepared for a press conference, right?
Hello.
So welcome to Ukraine. I understand you've been to Ukraine already?
Yes, I've been.
And is this your first time?
No, I've been before also. I was here like probably 10 years ago to see a Sting's concert in the biggest concert hall here.
Oh.
I think it was something like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Nice. Sting doesn't come
Good
that often
memories.
to Estonia. I thought that they all go to your countries and skip ours.
No, they don't.
No, not really. So, well, first of all, the first question is, how's your rehearsal? How did you feel on the stage? Is it big enough? Is it good? Is it...
Yes, it's big enough.
It's big enough for you too.
Yes, it is. It's big enough for my dress. And well, I think, well, I don't think, I felt very good to be on stage. I know we had some, like a fixed idea how the cameras are going to be and the steady cams, and I get it, that's the first rehearsal and that's okay. Everything didn't work as we planned, but as
it did?
It didn't. No, it didn't.
Oh,
no. But it's okay, fine. It's the first one, and well, I felt nice to be on stage. And Koit is always he has a supportive energy, so it felt really good.
And I mean, the first rehearsal day is always different. It's difficult, and we know we have things to change, and we know what we should do. We have to do. What we have to change. We probably do something with my outfit and my costume, and we have to just. I mean, we have a little bit. We have time to work on it. So, but otherwise, it feels amazing to be in Eurovision. Both of us. I mean, to be here to experience this second time in our life. It just feels amazing. And this 2 weeks here is going to be great. I mean, when the venue is going to be full, it's going to be amazing. Yeah, good time.
So my next question would be obviously about your first and second experience in Eurovision. I understand Koit probably don't remember how it was because it was in the
he doesn't have such a bad memory.
It was like so many years ago.
Last time I was in Eurovision, there was orchestra, so conductor, so it was really.
Thank God we don't have that anymore, huh?
Sorry?
Thank God we don't have that anymore.
I would love that if we had orchestra.
I don't have anything against orchestra.
Yes.
But it was, for me, it was 19 years ago. It was in 1980 Birmingham in England. I was just 19 years old. And, well, that was, for me, that was the first time to see such a huge venue and so many people, so many cameras. I just remember it was really exciting and everything was new and the stage felt even twice as big as, you know, it was. So.
He had a very nice haircut.
No,
check it out.
I mean, I was just blown away about everything, how professional everything was, and they changed. I was sitting behind the white piano, so they just moved my piano with like 3 seconds, and I was just, I remember looking around like, wow, this is something, yeah.
Okay, well, since that they did change a bit.
And of course that also that they couldn't pronounce my name, so the technicians asked me in the first rehearsal, hey guy, what's your name? I said, hey, really proudly, yes, I'm Koit from Estonia, I'm Koit Toome. And then it was long pause, and after that it was, okay, we call you Gary. So I was Gary 2 weeks there, so Gary is my second name.
Lovely. Laura, you have amazing experience of actually being at Eurovision 12 years ago in Kyiv. Are you specifically coming only to Ukrainian Eurovisions, or is it your personal choice? Is it like conscious choice, or is it that or just happened so?
I think it shows how, not in a bad way, but in a good way, how absurd life is. And I love being back here. Well, actually, 12 years ago, I met here a security guy. He asked me on a date. And when I went back to my room and we talked to my bandmate, and it kind of happened that we put together the pros and cons, and we decided I shouldn't go on the date. Okay. So I'm back here again, and maybe he's here. I don't know.
Well, let's find him.
Yes.
Let's find.
But I don't remember.
Let's find out what actually happened to his life.
Yes.
Maybe he's still waiting for you. Maybe he's still single. It's only 12 years, right?
Only 12 years.
Okay. Talking about the stage of Eurovision 12 years ago in Kyiv and this year, is there any difference in terms of technical stuff? Or?
Well, at that time, we didn't use the in-ear monitors, so this is pretty much different. And as I'm used to playing in very different musical scenes, jazz music, improvisational, alternative, so I really like when you hear this sound of the huge arena. But nowadays the in-ear monitor is totally different. So this is what we didn't have at that time. But otherwise, well, I was then only 16. So anyways, the stage for me was huge.
Oh, it's good you turned down the security guy.
Yes.
You were only 16.
That's right, that's right.
Don't go on a date with the security guy. You were 16 in Ukraine. My next question, you see those guys know what I'm talking about, huh? So my next question is quite obvious. You are the decade most played radio artist in Estonia, and Koit is the highest performing male singer. Why on earth would you decide to go on a song contest?
Together?
Yes. You haven't performed together before, right?
Really not.
Well, you know, you don't remember it because, you know, I was growing up, I was seeing him all the time on TV and I was a huge fan. And I remember in 2008 we sang a duet together. He doesn't remember it. I remember.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, but I remember it, and I remember being on stage, and I was so honored to sing together with him, and I was trying to remember the lyrics, and he was in the mood of the song, and he came closer to me on stage, and I was like, oh, I went backwards, and he came closer, and
it's so scary, you know, older guy, you know. But,
so why did you decide to actually perform together?
There's so. First of all, I mean, everything started last year when we had a vacation with our composer Sven Lundmus. We were in Italy with his car, like 2 weeks or something. We were driving around everywhere. It was beautiful places, Malfi, like in the middle of Italy. And I flew back to tell him that, but Sven stayed there and went to Verona also. And I think he was sitting in front of this Romeo and Juliet house and drinking wine, and suddenly I think he realized that, wow, this is really a nice thing to, maybe I should write a song about it or something, you know. Got the inspiration there. And directly when he came back, he told me that, I think I'm going to try something, and it's definitely going to be a duet. And so, of course, I mean, first time I heard the song, I really liked it, and it was also it was the idea that it must be duet. So, and Laura was, of course, the first choice.
I've been working together with Sven for the past
many years, yeah.
12, 13 years, so he has to kind of write songs for me. It's like obligated.
So it was composer's idea to put you together.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be happy that it happened, and we are ready to proceed with the questions from the audience. Alistair is always the first. Yes, please.
Hi, Koit, or should I say Gary. My question is about your very first synthesizer when you were a child. Do you remember how you got the synthesizer? And do you think kids nowadays get given too much stuff?
Yes, of course I remember. I was really young, and I had really young parents, and we were quite poor, and I didn't have any synthesizers or anything fancy like that. But I remember from one trip they brought me a small Yamaha synthesizer, and I was like, I could stay there like 6 hours or something and just play and hear the sounds, different sounds, and it was such a huge inspiration for me. I mean. Though I'm singing here also and back home in Estonia, but my first love is still piano. I've been studying all my life piano, and since I started to play piano since I was 4 or something like that. So nowadays, of course, we try. I have also 2 kids. I have 9 years old daughter and 2 weeks old boy who is also with me here in Ukraine now. And we try to keep also that I've been some places where, you know, kids have so many toys that you can even not go into the room. So I think if you have less things, you appreciate it much more. So yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Next question from the first row.
Hello, it's James from VSG Social and BBC Radio Suffolk.
Hello.
Hello. Obviously, you both have a very good history with Eurovision, and Laura, of course, last year it was supersonic for your national. Would you, if I go down on one knee, would you give me a few bars of supersonic, please?
Oh, sure. Of course.
I'll go down on two knees if I have to. I'll prostrate
I'm trying to
myself.
remember. I can only...
Dust in the wind.
I can only do... I can only do... This is like in my head.
I remember your song because that was absolutely my favorite song last year.
How does it start? Help me out.
It's like,
I
I was so sure that this song gonna win. It's gonna win last year. Yeah, that was definitely my favorite song.
But I'm stuck with Verona. It's crazy. If you go to sleep, it's like all the time.
She's in Verona mode right now.
Yes.
Too many rehearsals.
I can do it later on. Ask me again. Yes. I thought that you were gonna propose.
Yeah, I was scared myself. I was gonna run for a ring or something. But that would be actually a nice thing, you know, if we change, because meet and greets are kind of boring.
Yes.
And I was proposing, huh? Okay, well, yep, let's have a...
Shaking from Radio International. Thanks for putting this earworm in our ear. Verona, it's just, it sticks to your ear all the time. It's very good. Koit, I've got a question regarding your musical career. Can you tell us which roles you played in the musicals?
Yes.
And to Laura, the question is, can you explain to us what is hacking?
You go first.
Okay. Somehow I got into the musicals, though I started like professionally in '95. I had my first album, and then I got to the pop band and doing concerts and tours. But I got into the musicals 2010. They invited me to do Dance der Vampire, Dance with Vampires, in Estonia and Tallinn, and I didn't know anything about musicals then. I hadn't seen any musicals, and I didn't know what to think about it, if I like it or not. And I did the first time Alfred part. That's one of the main part there, and I really liked it. We had a really huge like amphitheater venue, like 4,500 people. It's a really huge venue. And next year they did Les Miserables. And then next year I went to the audition to do Mario's part. So, and I got the Mario's part. And then somehow next year it came Miss Saigon. I went to do Chris. So, somehow, you know, it really was like that. And suddenly I realized that I was already 10 years doing musicals everywhere. And then I went to Finland. I was living 2 years in Finland doing Miss Saigon, main part there. And then I was touring 2 years in Germany everywhere with 2 different productions. 1 year we did Rent, which is one of my favorite musicals. I did Roger there. And then the next year we did Hair, so Claude there. So and of course I'm the most proud of it. We just finished. We did 2.5 years Phantom of the Opera, where I did first year I did Raoul part, and now last 1.5 years I did the Phantom part. So that was really something, because Phantom is absolutely my favorite musical. So and I'm so excited that end of this year we are starting with Les Miserables, the rehearsals again, and now this time, like 17 years later, back then I did Mario's part, and now I'm going to do Valjean end of this year. So it's going to be awesome. I'm so waiting for it. Yes, thank you.
Well, in hiking, it's vocal improvisation, and it's totally free and made up on the spot. So if you just told me some kind of a word, I would make an example. I'll just make an improvisation. Just tell me a word. Eurovision. Okay. This is hiking. Sorry.
Freestyle.
Yes.
Did anyone actually get the word Eurovision, which we just did?
It does as well. It's, you know, it's about, you know, a lot of people and the mess
right.
and...
Okay.
Yes, I know, yeah. Yeah, my parents are very much worried about me. They're talking to the sounds that have I gone crazy?
Or just too expressive, no? That's how you...
it's okay, right?
Tell to the parents. So, I like the way it goes now, guys. Let's have a question from the gentleman in the back. Yes.
Hello, I'm Sebastian from Poland, destination Eurovision. Eurovision fans every year likes to find something fresh at the Eurovision Song Contest, but also like to find something that happened in the past. So with your performance goes, some people find you in some way proper to your colleagues from the 2005, so Stig Rasta and Elina Born performance, but also some people think that it's some kind of things that they find at the Common Linest performance years earlier. So my question is, what do you think about these comparisons? And do you really find anything close, similar in your performance and your being here, like these duos before?
Well, I think that the most similar thing is that a male person and a female person are singing.
Yeah, it's a duet. That's the first thing. That's what is similar. So.
And I think with music and the performance, it's hard to make something very new. You always put it together from other things that you've heard, seen. It's like with improvisation. When I was talking about it, I was saying it's free, but it's never free. It's somehow connected to your body, your voice, your emotions, everything, and what you've learned in the past. So I think to put together a good thing, you really have to mix it with the old. I think we haven't done it on purpose, but anyways, you can find similarities with anything, like with all the songs here.
I've been singing for somehow many duets in my life. I even had a duet album in '98 or something, just I think after the Eurovision or something like that. So I've been singing a lot of duets, and of course they are sometimes similar. But I mean, I feel that it's fresh and I mean exciting, and to sing first time together with Laura in Estonia, so small, you know, musicians, everybody know each other. It's such a small country, and musicians definitely. And for some reason now we are first time together and here in Eurovision, and it's so cool. Finally.
Thank you guys for your questions. Thanks for your answers. We run out of time. We now ask you to go to the photo stand and enjoy taking pictures.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.